Good afternoon. Welcome back to another week of library. This week, I'm going to read you a book about another bear. I promise maybe this will be our last bear book for a while. I'll hold off on bear books, but they're just so much fun in this time of the year. So this one is called The Sniffles for Bear. Just because, we're kind of in that cold and flu season and with, just sniffles and stuff like that. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do something with a bear with sniffles, okay? So this book is by Bonny Becker, and let's get started. The Sniffles for Bear by Bonny Becker. Ooh, I see a picture of a bowl of soup and a spoon. Bear was sick, very, very sick. His eyes were red, his snout was red, his throat was sore and gruffly. In fact, Bear was quite sure no one had ever been as sick as he. One morning, Bear heard a tap, 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 tapping on his front door. "Come in," he rasped. You hear that? "Come in," because his nose was all full. Mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed, bustled into Bear's living room. Bear huddled in his chair, big and brown and sniffly snouted. He had a terrible cold. "I am come," declared Mouse. "Soon you'll be good as new." Bear frowned. Mouse was much too cheerful. "I am quite ill," Bear reminded him. "Indeed," said Mouse, "I have just the thing." Mouse rifled through his bag and then settled next to Bear with a yellow book in his paw. It was spring, Mouse read. The sky was blue, the sun was happy, all the birds were singing. "Stop," growled Bear. "I fear you do not appreciate the gravity of my situation." Mouse looked sad, but his tail didn't. "In fact, I may not be long for this world," Bear huffed. "Oh my," Mouse said. "Yes," Bear murmured, coughing pitifully. "I grow weaker by the moment." He's not a very good sick person, right? "Ah, I have just the thing," Mouse announced. "I shall soothe you with a song. Oh, she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming." "Disgraceful," barked Bear. "Don't you like singing?" asked Mouse. "When someone is dreadfully ill, you sing mournful songs." "Everyone knows that," growled Bear. He blew his nose with a honk. "I have just the thing," Mouse said. He rifled through his bag. Plunk, plink, plunkety, twing, twang, plunk. Mouse strummed heavily on that tiny banjo. "That isn't mournful at all," cried Bear. "It gets sad later," Mouse promised. Twing, twang, plunk. "This is impossible, intolerable," Bear started to roar, but he was too weak. "Look," Bear wheezed. "Look at how my paw is trembling. You must help me to my bed." And indeed, Mouse was most helpful. He tucked Bear in, then whisked out the bedroom door. He returned balancing a big bowl of soup on his head. "Nettle soup," Mouse said. "I made it myself." That was the soup and spoon that I saw in the front. Bear sipped cautiously. It was hot and tasted a bit like spinach and straw. Bear rather liked it. Bear's eyes began to close. "Better?" inquired Mouse. Bear's eyes snapped open. "Certainly not. I think I shall make a will." A will is something that you write down in case if you were to pass away, people know what to do with your stuff. Ah, I have just the thing, said Mouse, fetching a pencil and little notebook from his bag. He perched next to Bear, his pencil poised to write. Bear gazed thoughtfully at the ceiling. "Aye, Bear," he said. "Leave my red roller skates to—" Bear paused. Mouse leaned forward eagerly. "To Mouse," announced Bear. "Hooray," said Mouse. Bear frowned. "You needn't be so happy about it. I also leave my mop to Mouse," he added quickly. Mouse didn't look as interested in that. "And my wash bucket," added Bear. At last, Mouse seemed to understand the gravity of the situation. "Anything else?" asked Mouse. "I'm too weak to go on," said Bear. "Perhaps I could just add your tea kettle?" said Mouse helpfully. "Have you no decency?" bellowed Bear, sitting bolt upright in bed. "Your strength has returned," Mouse exclaimed. Oh boy. "No, it hasn't," said Bear, falling back. "That was just the last flicker before the dark." "I see." Mouse folded his paws and looked very sad, even his tail. Bear's voice dropped to a whisper. "Farewell, Mouse. Goodbye, Bear," murmured Mouse. Bear closed his eyes. He lay very still. Then he began to snore. After a while, Bear opened his eyes. He saw Mouse. "I feel better," Bear said. Mouse nodded, but he didn't look so good. His eyes were watery, and he made sniffling sounds. "Oh no, do you think Mouse is getting sick?" "Perhaps you better lie down," said Bear, getting out of bed. Mouse didn't argue. "Do you want me to make a will?" Bear asked. Mouse shook his head. Bear carefully tucked him in. "I'm sorry you're sick," said Bear. "Thank you, Bear," Mouse sniffled, and after a moment he added, "Dat was just a ting." Bear smiled. Oh, now Bear's taking care of Mouse. Mouse closed his eyes and was soon snug asleep. Oh, isn't that sweet? Bear was not a fun, sick person, was he? Oh my goodness. But the Sniffles for Bear, a great story about Bear and Mouse. This author, Bonny Becker, has a few books with this bear in it. So you could check her out and see what other bear books they have. Oh, here's they are. They're on the back. A Visitor for Bear, A Birthday for Bear, and A Bedtime for Bear. And I think we have them all in our Izzy B library. All right, friends. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye!